Lazar, how you doing, buddy?
Hashem, how are you?
Thank God, a great weekend.
Get yourself comfortable. Huh? Put your seatbelt on because he goes very fast.
You're right.
Yeah.
All I got to do is stay awake, and then we're good.
Okay. Yeah.
Evening, gentlemen.
Morning, Rabbi. Good afternoon, rather.
Good afternoon.
Evening.
We're on Tes Amud Aleph. Rav Yochanan, Maidich Siv Aser Ta'aser. Aser b'shvil shetisasher. Give Meiser, and you'll become wealthy with the schus of that mitzvah. Ashkechei Rav Yochanan liyanuka d'reish Lakish. Rav Yochanan met up with the nephew of Reish Lakish. Excuse me. With Rav Yochanan's nephew, Ben Achoiser Shel Rav Yochanan, the son of Rav Yochanan's sister. who I guess Reish Lakish was married to his sister, to Rav Yochanan's sister. Rav Yochanan was Rav Yochanan's brother-in-law, as well as his most famous Talmud. Amalei Emali Psukecha. What is your pasuk today? Every day they learned another pasuk in Cheder. Amalei Aser Taser. So Amalei Umay Aser Taser. What does that mean? Amalei Aser B'Shvil Shetis Asher. The Yanuka gave Rabbi Yochanan, the uncle, the pshat that if you give Meiser, you'll become wealthy. Amalei Menalach. How do you know this? Amalei Zilna say, go try. Try it out. You'll see. Give, and then you'll become wealthy. Can you test the Kadosh Baruch Hu that way? V'aksiv lo tenasu es Hashem. It says, don't test Hashem. Amalei hachi amar Rabbi Shai chutz mizu. You don't test Hashem except for this issue of giving stock and becoming wealthy. Shenemar. Haviu et kol ha'maser beta otzer. Bring all the meiser to the storehouse. V'hiteref bevesi. Uv'chanuni nabazos. Test me. Amar Hashem tzavakos. Im lo eftach lachem. If I don't open up for you at arubot hashamayim, the windows of the heaven, very koisel lachem bracha ad blidan. I'll send you bracha until you don't. Until you say stop sending. My adli day. Your lips will tire saying enough, enough, enough. Amalei. Yehavis mati hasam lai psuka lohavis trichna l'shay rabba. Yechon said, I wouldn't need all this psukim because the pasuk itself says exactly what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to test them. Ashkech Rav Yochanan liyanuka d'reish Lakish d'Yosef v'Omer. He saw the child again of Reish Lakish saying, "Ivelas Adam to Salef Darko, Valashem Yizaf Libo." A person who commits chatoim. We'll see what that means. This is written in Ksuvim, Mishlei. And Rabbi Yochanan was surprised. There's nothing written in Ksuvim that wasn't written in Torah. So the child said, there is a remez. Vayetze libam, vayachadu ish lachiv lemor. Mazos asalim lanu. The brothers, when the cup was found in Binyamin's thing, were afraid. What is Hashem doing to us? That means they understood when a person sins and something bad happens to him, they understand why it's coming. So Rav Yochanan understood that this is a sharp kid. Rav Yochanan had these heavy eyelids, so he sort of lifted his eyes to take a good look at the kid. The mother quickly came in and took him away because Amr lay Toma coming to live. The Gemara says in Meiser that Rav Yochanan also looked at Reish Lakish and caused him to die. So he told him also, quick, take the son away so it shouldn't happen to you. Rain can fall even on an individual person if he needs it. Parnasa b'shvil rabim. Parnasa comes for the tzipur. Matar b'shvil yachid ichsiv yiftach Hashem lecha es otzaro atov laseis metar artzacha. Even for a lecha, even for a single person. Parnasa b'shvil rabim ichsiv inani mamtir lachem lechem in hashamayim. So it's lachem. And that refers to parnasa. Meisvei. Rabbi Yisrael Omer shloisha parnasim tovim amdu Yisrael. Elohim. Klal Yisrael had 3 leaders that provided them with sustenance. Moshe, Aaron, and Miriam. V'sholosh matonis tovis nitnu al yadam. 3 special gifts for Klal Yisrael were given because of their schus. Elohim, the air, the well, the anan, the clouds of glory, uman. Be'er b'schus Miriam. Amud anan b'schus Aaron. Man b'schus Moshe. Mesa Miriam nistalik habe'er. When Miriam died, the bear went away. Shneamar v'Tomas shra Miriam. Uksiv basrei v'lo haya mayim la'eda. Right after that is the Mei Meriva incident because there was no water. V'chazar b'schut shneim. But the bear came back because of the schus of Moshe and Aaron. Mesa Aaron nistalko anoni hakavod. The clouds that used to protect Klal Yisrael disappeared when Aaron died. Shneamar v'yishma knani melech Arad. Mashmur Shama. What did he hear? Shama Shemei Sarov and Nistalko Anei Kavod. He heard that Aaron died. There's no Anei Kavod. Uksvor nitna lo reshus ilachem Yisrael. He figured, okay, now's the time. This is Amalek. Now's the time to do battle with Klal Yisrael. Vayiru dichsiv vayiru kol ha'ida ki gava Aaron. Amar Rav al tikra vayiru ela vayero. They were visible. Previously, when they had the Aaron, you couldn't see Klal Yisrael. Now they were visible, so they could be attacked. Kididorish Reish Lakish, Domish Lakish, ki, mishamish ba'arba lashonos. Ki can be said if, Dilma perhaps ella, meaning rather, and daha, that is. So when it says vayiru kol ha'eda ki gava Aaron, that the people saw that, this is one of the translations of ki. So chazru shneim b'schus Moshe. So the Be'er and the Ananei HaKavod all came back because of the Moshe itself. So right now, because of the schus Moshe, Klal Yisrael had the Mon, the Be'er, and the Ananei HaKavod. Meis Moshe nistalku kulam. When Moshe died, they went away. Shneamar va'achid et shloshes haroim b'yerech echad. The 3 shepherds of Klal Yisrael were removed in 1 month. V'chi b'yerech echad meisu, they didn't all die in 1 month. Miriam Mesa Benisan. The Aaron Ba'av, Moshe Ba'adar. So what are you talking about? El Malamed, Sheniz Batlu Shosh Matonis Tov Shenid Al Yadam. Like we learned, these 3 special gifts when Mizbatel, when each of the person died, but they all came back. And Moshe was responsible for all 3 of them. When Moshe died in Adar, they all went away. Al Mo'ashkechan Parnasa B'Shul Yachid. So you see, Parnasa came even for 1 person. Shiny Moshe kivin del Rabbimu boy kirabim dami. Yeah, but Moshe davened for the Rabbim, so he's considered like a Rabbi. Ravuna bar Noach, bar Manoach, Rav Shmuel bar Idi, Rav Chia mivastanya havishchich kamei de Rava. These Talmidim would gather under Rava. Ki nach nafshe de Rava osel kamei de Rav Papa. They moved over to Rav Papa after Rava died. Kolemis tahava armalu shmaitza v'lavim istarbalu ava maramze adodi. Rav Papa would say of dvar alocha. Didn't really make sense to the Talmidim. They were used to the way Rava learned. So they would sort of wink at each other. That, whoa, he's not like our original Rebbe. Cholash daite. So Rav Papa felt bad. Akrui b'chalmei Rav Papa saw in his dream, Va'akidat shlosha saroim, b'yerech echad. It was a signal that because these three Talmidim embarrassed him, they want to punish him. The Shamayim wants to punish him. So Lamachar you have Miftra Minei, when the three Talmidim left the presence of Rav Papa, Armelu Leslie Rabbanan Bishlama, you should go in peace. That means he thought that this might be the last time he would see them because they might die. Rav Shimi Barashi Avshchir Kamed Rav Papa. Rav Shimi also learned in front of Rav Papa. Avmakshile Tuva. He asked a lot of kashas, and Rav Papa couldn't answer them. Yom Echad Chazi Dinafal Alape. Rav Papa was saying Tachanun. Shami da Amar, Rav Shimi overheard Rachmana Litzlan Mikisufa Deshimi. One of the tefillas of Rav Papa was, spare me from the embarrassment of Shimi. He asks me strong kashas. I can't answer him. So Kabbalah Leishi Shisikusa. Rav Shimi accepted silence. The Sulu actually didn't want to ask any more kashas. Didn't want to embarrass the Rebbe. V'afresh Lakish Savar Motor B'Shvil Yochid. Rish Lakish also learned that rain could fall for even the benefit of one person. Dom Rish Lakish. Minayin Lamotor B'Shvil Yochid. Tichsiv Shalom Hashem Motor. Beis Malkos Hashem Oisa Chazizim. U'Metargeshem Yitein Lahem Laish Eitzav Basodeh. Even for one person's grass in the field. Yachol Hakol Tamad Lober Laish. Betanya I Laish Yachol Hakol Soidoisov. Maybe it means to all of his fields. Tamad Lober Sodeh. No. Just one field. Maybe the whole field needs it. No, Talmud Lama Esav, even one blade of grass. The order of Daniel Barkatina Valeahi Ginta. Or Daniel had a garden. Kol Yom Ava Ozil V'Sayerle. He would go every day and check and see what does the garden need. Omar, hi Mishra Boy Mai, this little area needs water. Vaha Mishra Lo Bayamaya. And this area of the garden doesn't need water. Also Mitra V'Kamashki Kol Eichadim Boyle Maya. Rain fell only on the areas that Rav Daniel said need water. My Hashem oisa chazizim. What does that mean? On Rav Yosef Rav Chanim Lamed shkol tzadik HaKadosh Baruch Hu oisa l'chaziz b'fnei atzmo. He makes a chaziz for everybody. My chazizim are mida porchois. These are special kind of clouds that would come before rain. On Rav Yochanan simin l'motar porchois. My porchos. On Rav Papa eva klisha tute eva smichta. It's like a little thin cloud right below a big thick cloud. That's parchois. And that's a simon that rain is going to fall. Amarida, Nila Mikami Mitra, Asi Mitra. If there's little drops, little drizzle, light drizzle before rain, so that's a signal that good rain is going to fall. Basar Mitra, if there's some drizzle after rain, pasuk mitra, that's a sign that the rain's going to stop. Mikami mitra, asi mitra, prior to the rain is going to be rain. The simonech maholta. The way to remember that is like a sieve. That when you pour something through a sieve, initially it just comes through little bit by bit, and after that, a whole bunch of stuff comes out of the sieve. The basar mitra, pasuk mitra, and then if there's drizzle after rain, it stops. The simone charya de easy. These are like dung from goats. Initially, there's large ones, and then very small ones come out. Ula ikla Bavel. Ula visited Bavel. Chaza porchois. He saw these clouds that predict rain. Armeluhu panumani. Oh, move your kalim in the house. The hashtas mitra. It's going to rain now. L'sof lo mitra, but they didn't rain. Omar. Just like the Babylonians tell lies and you're not honest, your rain doesn't follow the normal pattern either. Ula ikla Bavel. Ula visited Bavel. Chazim malotzina de tamri bezuza. He saw a bucket full of dates that was sold for like a penny. Omer malotzina de dufsha bezuza vavloi laski baraisa. Food is so cheap here. Why don't the Babylonians study Torah? Because they don't have to work very much to get their mazonos. But then he ate the dates. But Leilat Siaru, he had diarrhea. Amr malot sana de sakina bezuza. this kind of knife-like food, and he was surprised that they'd be able to learn Torah with all the kind of intestinal ailments they would have because of the food. Tanya Rabbi Eliezer Omer. Here they debate, where does rain come from? Rabbi Eliezer says it evaporates from the ocean, and that's where it comes from. The water is pulled from the ground and then rains. How would you explain that? The oceans are salty and the rain that falls is not salty. They become sweet in the clouds. No, the rain comes from the upper waters, like in Bereshis, when it says Hashem created the upper waters, the lower waters. Rabbi Yoshua says they come from the upper waters. So what does the pasuk mean that it comes from the ground? The clouds go up. They open up their mouth like a jug. And they have holes in it like a sieve. And then it rains on the ground. Between drop and drop of rain is not even like a hairbreadth. The day of rain is like the day when HaKadosh Baruch Hu made the earth. He does great things ad ein cheker. Uksiv. Hanosein motor opnei haaretz, that's rain. In the same pasuk, ksiv lana halo yadatim lo shamat le'olam Hashem ein cheker l'tvunoso. So it says cheker by rain and by the bria. So the day of rain is like the bria. Ksiv mechin harim b'koich. Kiman naz v'hadich ksiv mashke harim al yosav. Who is the mandama that says that he causes the rain to fall on the mountains? Amar Yochanan, Mal Yosef shel Kadosh Baruch Hu. It's from the upper regions of Hashem. Keman Rabbi Yoshua, who said that the rain comes from the upper areas. What does Rabbi Eliezer do with that? Yeah, the rain goes up by evaporation. And then because it is now in Shemaim, it's called from Ma'al Yosef. And I'll prove it to you. If you don't learn that way, when it says avak ve'afar min hashamayim, it says there will be dirt and dust from the heavens. And also it rises up through wind into the shamayim, then it drops. Since it ends up in the sky, it's considered min shamayim korele. Ochanami, by the water too. The sakil also mali yosef korele. It's called from above. Then, keman nazla adam Rav Chanina. Koines kaned me'ayam noisein be'oitzres tohimos. Mi garam lo'oitzres yishmalu bar. Who caused the silos and the storage houses to be filled with grain? Tohimos, the depths, which is the source of the water. Ki Rabbi Eliezer, because Rabbi Eliezer said water comes from the ground. What does Rabbi Yeshua do with that? That's only one time when Hashem created the world, but in other times on the day of rain, it doesn't happen that way. Okay, tomorrow 8:00, regular time.
Okay.
Okay?